Hello Harchel, and welcome to today's lesson on dividing decimals. By the end of today's lesson you should be able to divide two decimal numbers. So the keywords for today are multiply, divide and decimal. The importance of dividing decimals is when we're dealing with money. Okay, usually in money we deal to two decimal places. Okay, so for our first example we have an integer which is a whole number divided it by a decimal. Okay, we're doing whole number divided by a decimal first. Okay, what we need to do is decide which of these two numbers we need to turn into a whole number. Okay, so what we need to do is turn this number into a whole number. To do that I must multiply it by 10, and through your knowledge of multiplying by 10 the numbers will shift to the left and we get 7. Okay, however, whatever we do to one number, we must also do to the other, only when we are dividing by decimals. Okay, so we're going to times the left side by 10 as well. We now have a nice easy division question of 140 divided by 7. I'm just going to use the bus stop method below. 140 divided by 7. How many lots of 7 go into 1? 0, and then I carry the 1 forward. How many lots of 7 go into 14? 2. How many lots of 7s go into 0? 0. So our answer is 20. Okay, answer is 20. Can you please pause the video and have a go at this question? Once you're finished, come back and I'll give you the answer. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to multiply this by 10 to turn it into a whole number. We get 5, multiply the left hand side by 10 and we get 200. 200 divided by 5 is 40, so our answer is 40. Okay, we now have a decimal divided by a decimal. Okay, so we notice from the first one we have one number after the decimal point, and for the second number we also have one number. Okay, so the largest amount of decimal place values we have is 1. Okay, so to turn them into whole numbers I must multiply this side by 10 and this side also by 10, and we get 12 divided by 3, which is equals to 4. Our answer is 4. Can you please pause the video and have a go at this question? Once you're finished, come back and I'll go through it myself. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to multiply both sides by 10. Multiply this by 10. And we get 14 divided by 7 equals to 2. Our answer is 2. Okay, if you can pause the video, have a go at this question, come back and I'll give you the answers. Okay, welcome back. They are both to one decimal place, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 10. Multiply this side by 10. 36 divided by 9 equals to 4. So our answer is 4. Okay, now I'm going to go through an example where we are dividing by a decimal that has two decimal places. When I say two decimal places, we have two numbers after the decimal point. Okay, this number here is a whole number, so it has no decimal place values. Okay, so when we have two decimal places, we must multiply it by 100 to move it 2 places to the left. Okay, that turns into the number 11, the whole number 11. Now we also must multiply the left hand side by the same number of 100 and we get 4,400. Okay, we have a nice simple calculation here. We use the bus stop method. 4,400 divided by 11. How many 11s go into 4? 0. Carry the 4. How many 11s go into 44? 4. And the remaining 2 are 0, because 0, 11 is going to 0. Okay, so our answer to this question is 400. Okay, we are now going to go through an example where we divide by two decimals where we have two decimal places. Okay, we have a decimal here with one decimal place value, meaning one number after the decimal point, and now we have a decimal place. We have a decimal here where we have two numbers after the decimal point. Okay, so what we need to do is decide which one of these has more decimal places. Okay, the one on the right hand side has more decimal places. It has 2. So I'm going to multiply both of these numbers by 100. Okay, when it has 2 decimal place values, I'm going to multiply by 100. Okay, just going to write up here. This has 1 decimal place and this has 2 decimal places. And I need to convert the one with more decimal places into a whole number. Okay, to do so, I want to multiply this side by 100. So I must also multiply the other side by 100. And I get 360 divided by 12. Okay, now I can use the bus stop method to answer this. 360 divided by 12. How many 12s go into 3? 0. Carry the 3. How many 12s go into 36? 3. And last but not least, how many 12s go into 0? 0. So our answer is 30. Okay, 31. Yeah. Can you please pause the video, and once you're finished, come back and I'll go through it myself. Okay, welcome back. So this number here has 1 decimal place value because it has 1 number after the decimal place, and this one has 2 decimal places because it has 2 numbers after the decimal point. So I need to turn this one into a whole number, and to do so I'm going to multiply it by 100. Okay, so I must also multiply the left hand side by 100. So I get 150 divided by 3, which is equals to 50. Our answer is 50. Okay, we have now come on to the main task. What I would like is for set 1 to do 2 from red, 2 from amber, and 4 from green. Sorry, that is set 1. Set 2 and set 3 as well. Sets 1, set 2 and set 3 to do 2 from red, 2 from amber and 4 from green. Can sets 4, 5 and 6 can you do 4 from red, 4 from amber, and can you do 1 from green? Okay, once you have finished, please take a picture of your solutions and upload them onto ClassCharts. Good luck.